And we are live. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another show from the Real English with Real Teachers show, or another episode, whatever it is. Hello. We hope you're doing well. Get active in the comments straight away because we are actually live. This is real live YouTube broadcasting, and we are going to be talking about sex. Oh, isn't that naughty? Yes, we're going to be giving you lots of phrases around this topic. Usually it's a taboo topic in most cultures, taboo meaning not to be talked about, but we're going to break those rules today, and we're going to give you some good language around the topic. So do say hello and let us know how many times you've been in a live lesson before. We love to know that. But I'm not here on my own today. As always, I'm here with my co-host, Harry Giles. How are you doing?
Hello, Charlie. Very well, very well. Yeah, good. Excited to be coming on to this topic of sex. I think it's something we need to talk about. If you are under the legal age of practicing sex in your country, don't worry. It's not going to be too risque. It's not going to be too sexual. Because we're going to start off light. We're going to make a whole series about sex. Imagine that. Not just one video, because sex is such a big topic. There's so much vocab here. We can start off quite formally, quite scientific, and then get into some of the nitty-gritty of sex. So I hope you are excited. We're very excited. We've got some great expressions, some great vocab to introduce you to the topic of sex. It's going to be fun.
I can only imagine what the last episode of the playlist is going to be like, Harry.
Oh my God. It's going to be filthy, isn't it? It's going to be absolutely filthy. But we're not sure how these guys are going to react. So we wanted to start off quite light. But the word filthy is quite good and related to sex, isn't it, Charlie?
Yeah, let's not have that on the board with the sponsor, perhaps. Let's talk about the sponsor first.
Yeah, I'm writing filthy beneath italki. Okay, please don't end the contract early. So italki are the lovely sponsors of this video, and they're wonderful. It's an online school, an online language learning platform where you can learn a language from the comfort of your own home or any other place where you can find an all right internet connection. I say all right, it doesn't have to be a very good internet connection, just has to be 1 or 2 megabytes upload and download to have a decent connection, so a good enough connection with a teacher. And they have thousands and thousands of native teachers of languages. So you could learn English on there, which would make sense because you're watching this video to improve your English, unless you're American. And you can connect with native teachers. It's great. And we're on there as well, aren't we, Charlie?
We certainly are. Yes, we started on there. We've been on there ever since. We love the platform. It's very user-friendly. It's also affordable because there's many different options for your price range, for your budget. If you want to go cheap, you can. If you want to get a really established professional teacher, you can also do that. And they have a rating system. So just like all of these up-and-coming tech companies, all of these really good new technologies we have, you can have a clear user review and star rating, so you're not going to end up with a terrible teacher. You can trust that other people have voted this person is a very good teacher, so you're in safe hands. You're in safe hands.
That's a good expression as well. You are in safe hands. It means you can trust them. They are very able to do their jobs well, to teach you. So yeah, it's a really great platform. You can find the teacher who is right for you. They're all self-employed. Read their reviews, find one that works for you. We even did a review video about italki where we went on there and we learned different languages: Japanese, Indonesian, Italian, Spanish, to practice and show you what the platform's really like. So if you want to find that video and see it, give that a watch. But if you're ready to give it a go, we've got a treat for you. In the description below this video, you'll find a link. If you click that, book your first lesson with a teacher. italki will give you $10 of credits to spend on your next lesson, which is a really nice little treat. So give it a go. Hope you enjoy that. Let's talk about sex.
Let's talk about sex, baby. So the first phrase, as Harry has the board, perhaps you want to show the board with a cough.
Ah, that was great, wasn't it?
Lovely.
Hand free.
Yeah, yeah. So we have same sex or opposite sex.
I started writing opposite. Yeah, okay. We're opposite thinkers.
Not the same, not the same. Yeah, so opposite or same sex. So opposite sex. Harry, what would you say opposite sex means?
So when we talk about the opposite sex, we're talking about, if you're a male, you're talking about females. And if you're a female, you're talking about males. So I could say to Charlie, do you get on or do you get along with the opposite sex?
Good question. Good question. And yeah, I do tend to get along well with the opposite sex. Probably a bit better. I probably get on better with the opposite sex than the same sex as me.
I wonder why, because you're quite manly, aren't you? You know, you're really good at fixing cars.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm a mechanic. I've got oil in my hands right now. Is that actually a fact? That's true. I've been fixing a car today, my own car, with the help of my brother-in-law telling me exactly what to do.
Right, okay. Do you think members of the opposite sex are as good at fixing cars as we are, as men? Because I'm really good at it as well.
I would say, this is a generalization. I would say that members of the opposite sex are less interested in getting their hands dirty when it comes to engines and being a petrol head. I think most of the time, it's guys who are more interested in vehicles.
Right. Okay. A petrol head, someone who loves cars, getting your hands dirty, doing the difficult jobs that normally involve getting your hands dirty, the difficult parts of something. Yeah, I would agree with you. It's not often that you go to the garage and you see a woman or a girl under a car fixing it, but you never know. The world is changing. And when I was in Vietnam, back in Nam, and I was traveling on a little crappy motorbike. It was actually
crappy being informal word of bad.
Yes, crappy, bad, rubbish, of bad quality. Motorbikes are so commonly ridden in Vietnam that everyone knows how to fix them. Everyone. So I would break down, the car would, the motorbike would stop working for whatever reason. And anyone on the street could help me fix it, whether it's a woman, a member of the opposite sex, or a member of the same sex. The same sex.
Which leads us on to the same sex. And you would often talk about things like marriages, a same-sex marriage. Have you been to a same-sex marriage before, Harry?
Same-sex. I've never been to a same-sex wedding. I would be really interested to go. This is something I'd love to go to. It would be really, really interesting. No. Have you been to a same-sex marriage?
Can you say, sorry, I'm getting confused. A same-sex wedding or a same-sex marriage?
Wedding. Yeah, the marriage.
The day is the wedding. The marriage is the whole thing, the life. Yes. Yeah. So a same-sex wedding. Have I been to one? No, I haven't been to one. No, I'd quite like to. Be interesting.
Maybe we could have a same-sex wedding or marriage.
What, you want to get married to me?
Yeah, just so we can experience it, and then we can just get a divorce.
Yeah, but who would be the bride?
Well, we don't have to have a bride.
We'll both be in tuxes, or whatever dinner jacket we want.
Yeah, or we could both be the bride.
Or we could both be the bride. That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Fantastic. I would love that.
Yeah.
So same
Okay.
sex. We use it like an adjective, right? A same-sex marriage. And then if we want to use it like this, like a noun, we could say, we take off the hyphen and we'd say, we are main members of the same sex. So we often use it with members of. Do you find it difficult to meet members of the opposite sex? Is it easier to get on with members of the same sex? So then if we make it an adjective, a same-sex marriage, put the hyphen in there.
Nice. Very nice. And before we go any further, we'd like you guys to example the language in the chat or the comments if you're watching the replay. And then at the end of the video, we will respond to the chat. So yeah, get them in, get active with the language. That's the best way to learn. And you can ask us questions with that language. That'd be brilliant. And then we can answer it. Be fantastic. So go right ahead. But I think we're ready for the next phrase, aren't we?
I think we are. Just got to say, Mr. Bruno said he would come to England for this wedding, Charlie. He would be there for our same-sex marriage. So maybe.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Would that mean that it's not in Australia?
I think you should do it. Yeah, we should do it when you come back here. When is it? Next March? Let's do it then.
April. Okay. So the wedding's in April. I'm actually coming back for a wedding, a friend's wedding.
That's not your main reasons for coming back, is it? Is it a same-sex wedding?
It's not a same-sex wedding, but it's an opposite-sex wedding. It is a friend. That's why we're kind of coming back. It's Stacey is the maid of honor, so she's got to be there.
Oh, lovely. She's the main bridesmaid, the maid of honor.
Yes, okay. There we go. Okay, so what happens at the end of a wedding day, typically, as the story goes?
Well, you need to consummate the marriage, which means to have sexy time. Yes,
to have some funny business, as you have said before.
Yes, funny business. So this means to have sex, to have funny business or sexy time. Yes, and so as they get married at the start, you think the sex is going to be, pretty exciting, right? Probably.
Yeah, you'd hope so. You
would hope so. You would hope that you're still having sex regularly, but over time, do you think the sex life would kind of deteriorate? Oh shit, we're talking about a different one, aren't we? Do you think on the first evening, forget I just said that, you would practice safe sex?
What, on the wedding day?
Yeah,
on wedding night. Probably not the day. Sorry, guys, we're just going to pause the ceremony for some safe sex.
Rubber up.
Yeah, well, here we go.
You're not married yet.
Harry has just said it. Rubber up. That's an informal way of practicing safe sex. Safe sex is to use contraception to avoid transmitting anything, really, diseases, etc., or getting pregnant. So yeah, safe sex, and we can use it quite informally, can't we? Did you practice safe sex last night? Did you? Were you a good boy? Did you practice safe sex last night?
That's it, yeah. And if you want to be a bit more naughty, a little bit more risque, you can say, did you rubber up? Did you rubber up? That means, did you place a condom on your penis?
I'm just realizing that this is, you said at the beginning that this is okay for younger people.
It is. What's the first, one of the first things, if you have, we call it sex education. This is the class in school when you learn about sex. And one of the first things that you learn is how to put a condom, well, how to rubber up, basically, how to put a condom onto a phallic object. Maybe a cucumber, a banana, something that resembles a penis. So I think this is okay. If you're 16, you know, in Italy, the legal sex age is like 14.
Wow, 14. That's very young. Anyway.
Yeah, disgusting.
Well,
You know, not disgusting, but just, you know, everything. Everyone. It's interesting. I couldn't believe that. 14. Jesus Christ.
Is that why you keep going over to Italy for holidays?
Yeah. It's my 10th time this year. Yeah. 14-year-old girlfriend.
All right. Before we get kicked off YouTube, let's go on to the fourth phrase.
Yeah. Oh, I like how you've missed the question, Charlie. Do you practice safe sex with Stacey? You thought you were going to get away with that one, didn't you? Hey? What do you think, guys? Do you think Charlie and Stacey practice safe sex? What do you think? Write in the comments. All right, let's go on to the next one, Charlie.
So the next one is, it includes the word sex, like all of them. And it's talking about your habits, whether you have a lot of sex. And you could say, how's your sex life? So sex life, how is your life around this topic? A bit like, how's your work life? How's your sex life? How's your personal life?
Yeah, this is the kind of thing. I actually don't think guys say it that much. It's the kind of thing girls would say in a group. How's your sex life?
With that little up and down. How's your sex life?
So, how's your sex life?
Harriet's coming back.
Yeah, I could just imagine that being said. Like, would you say this to your friends? How's your sex life?
I wouldn't say in that tone, but I might use it. But maybe that's because I get on better with the opposite sex.
Maybe it's because I dress up as a girl.
Okay, so
but you wouldn't ask your sister this, would you?
No,
because you could already hear her in the next bedroom.
You know too much about my life. Okay, so the definition of that: a person's sexual activities and relationships. But I think we've covered it pretty well.
Yeah. But when do you think, Charlie? It's just one question. When do you think someone's sex life is truly over? Do you think it needs to be over? Do you think we could always have a sex life?
I think we should always try to keep it up. Yeah.
Oh, is that
innuendo?
A euphemism? Innuendo. These are good words. So a euphemism is like a metaphor. So or a sexual metaphor. We often use it in a sexual context. So Charlie said you should keep up your sex life. You should try to keep it up. So that can have two meanings. To keep something up means to continue something, to maintain something. But also it can mean to maintain an erection.
Yes, it can. So when you have a play on words that could lead to a sexual meaning, it's a sexual innuendo or a euphemism. Nice words. And generally, pub chat is all about trying to make as many sexual innuendos as possible in British culture, I'd say.
It is. A very typical thing you can say is, that's what she said. If anyone ever says something remotely that could sound a bit sexual in a different context, you can say, that's what she said.
Yeah. Or he.
Yeah. If it sounds right. Yeah.
And it's talking about what they would say in the bedroom.
Yeah. I did a really good one yesterday, but I can't remember it. In my opinion.
Brilliant. Yeah.
All right, Charlie. Are you still thinking about having a sex change?
Okay, so no, I'm not. I was planning when I was a very young person, potentially when I was putting skirts on, calling myself Charlotte. But nowadays, I'm comfortable with my masculinity. That's why I'm becoming a mechanic. So, yeah.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. Okay, so a sex change is when you change your physical state from being a man to being a woman. So it's the physical undergoing of that process. So like a transsexual. I could say last year I had a sex change. Last year I had a sex change. I was a woman called Harriet. Now I'm called Harry. Have you met anyone who has had a sex change, Charlie?
Yeah, I have. I can't remember the details, but yeah, I have. I've met a few. Yeah, have you?
I have, yeah. In Thailand, I met a ton. I met a ton of them. I met lots of them, and yeah, lovely people. And at the moment, I'm going to a group cognitive behavioral therapy session, and one of the members there is about to have a sex change. So she is dressing up as a woman, but hasn't yet had the physical operation to have the sex change. But it's interesting meeting someone at that stage.
Yeah, it is. So, do you know them as a man or as a woman now?
Well, interesting. In the first session, I met him. Can't even remember what his name was. And at the end of the session, he said, "By the way, I'm going to be coming as my female self, Serenity, to the next session. So just to warn you." And then I met Serenity, and that's the person I know now. So like, there's been like 6 sessions, and it's always been her. But I made the mistake of after the second session, because I knew Serenity as a man. I said to her, "See you later, man," at the end of the session, and I felt really bad.
That's hard though. It's such a habit to say "see you later, man."
I know. I felt really bad.
That's tough. That's tough. But I'm sure they don't mind. She is confusing if it's not, if it's pre-operation, before the operation. You don't know whether to go for which gender.
Yeah, it's really interesting there because you were like they, like you didn't know, you can't call them it because it is like a cat, like a not a human. You didn't know whether to say he or her, so you went for they. That's really interesting. You're not talking about many people, you're talking about one person, right?
Yeah, we use that when you don't want to specify the gender of a human, or you don't know, you'd say they.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a girl, I think. Yeah, really good.
So, did you think that this person had more sex appeal as a male or a female?
Good question. That takes us on to the next one. So if you have sex appeal, to have sex appeal is the quality, the characteristic of being sexually attractive. So I don't know how to answer that one. I love this person as a person. I don't find them particularly attractive. But I'd say, yeah, she probably has more sex appeal as a woman because she feels comfortable like that. So that comes across in the way she interacts. So yeah, more sex appeal as Serenity.
Very nice, because you are generally more attracted to the opposite sex.
Yes, yeah, exactly that. Yeah. So you can say this about anyone. Often we say about famous people, "Oh, he's got sex appeal." Who do you think has sex appeal, Charlie, in the world of celebrities?
Well, typically males, anyone who plays James Bond has to have sex appeal, don't they?
Absolutely. Yes, money penny.
Yeah. So Daniel Craig, the most recent, and then I think they were auditioning. How do you say his name? Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, the first black James Bond. That'd be great.
Don't know if it's happening, but it would be exciting if it did. Yeah. So I'd say they have sex appeal, and other girls have confirmed this for me, or people who are interested in males. Yeah.
That would be the best thing since Barack Obama became president.
Okay. Does Barack Obama have sex appeal for you?
I think he does. Out of any president, Barack Obama, Barack Obama has sex appeal for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, more sex appeal than Trump?
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't think Trump could have any less sex appeal. He's really quite hideous. Personality wise and just his look. He looks bloody awful. So yeah, sex appeal. What about YouTubers, Charlie? Who has more sex appeal? Puppet English or Tom from Eat Sleep Dream?
Oh, well, I'm quite. I would say that Papa English has more sex appeal when you get a pen between his fingers.
Yeah, he had. Yeah, when he starts drawing, God, it's very exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it depends whether you like people with hair or not, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know girls that are really into bald men, and they think bald men have sex appeal.
Yeah, I'll tell you who does. Jason Statham.
Oh yes, and Puppet English often does impressions of Jason Statham. Very good ones.
Yes,
because he has sex appeal. He definitely has sex appeal. He's got that look.
Yeah, I've just realised we've not touched on girls yet. What? What?
But I don't think you say this about girls that much. It's not what you said about guys. Because if we're talking about girls, we'd probably say, "Gosh, she's so hot."
You'd be more vulgar.
Yeah, you'd get more excited. Saying sex appeal is quite a really respectful, nice way to say it. When guys are together talking about girls, we're not saying horrible things, but we'd probably be a bit more descriptive. We'd say what we like about her. Like, wow, she's got, what an amazing figure. What a cracking pair of...
Yeah. I think you're on the money there. So to have sex appeal is maybe more for men, but you can also say something. You want to describe something has sex appeal, can't you? It's not just about people necessarily.
Okay, what would you say? My dog has sex appeal?
Well, no, no.
Oh, my fish. My fish had sex appeal.
Okay, there you go. No, I'm meaning maybe if you're in a job, you want to make that product have more sex appeal. Like in marketing, you need sex appeal.
Okay. So the person who works in marketing needs sex appeal? Oh, do you mean the marketing campaign needs sex appeal?
That's what I mean. The marketing campaign. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think our marketing campaigns have sex appeal?
I don't think we have marketing campaigns, to be honest, Harry.
But if we did, God, they would have sex appeal.
Oh yeah, they would have real sex appeal. Okay. Without further ado, let's go on to the next one, which is very similar. Very similar. So to have sex appeal, someone who is famous might be a sex icon, or we could also say a sex symbol. A sex icon or a sex symbol.
Okay. So yeah, you consider someone very sexy. What I'm wondering here is nowadays YouTubers they're pretty much famous. You could consider them celebrities. Is it possible for a YouTuber to be a sex symbol or to be a sex icon? Do you think that's possible? If they're big enough, if they have a big enough following, like PewDiePie, could he be, if he was maybe more, if he had more sex appeal, could he be a sex symbol or a sex icon?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoella, she's a pretty big one. She's attractive. I wouldn't say that she's like a sex icon though, because it's more about someone who's really flirtatious and teasing almost, isn't it?
Yeah. And I don't think, to be honest, she's more just sweet. She's cute. She's not like incredibly sexy. So to be a sex icon, loads of people need to think that you are sexy. So, well, Daniel Craig is a sex icon. Brad Pitt, that's a typical one, isn't it? Brad Pitt is, or definitely was, maybe before the beard and the grey hair, he was a sex icon.
Okay, so you don't like a silver fox?
I just think he ceases to be a sex icon now. I don't. When he got that beard, I don't think he looks great. He used to look really dashing, like incredibly handsome, dashing.
Yes,
but I don't think he is now. Like if you watch him in Fight Club, like he looks amazing. Talking about men again, but you know he was very dashing, incredibly handsome. And here, what a cracking pair of. That's one I wrote down earlier. Maybe say that.
A cracking pair of dashing.
Yeah, we can't say that. We use that when talking about a certain area of the female body.
So I think the actress from Resident Evil, she had sex appeal, and she was maybe a sex icon.
Ah, okay. I don't know. I haven't seen that film, but I trust your judgment. Do you want to show a picture?
I can share my screen.
Yeah. There's another sex icon, sex symbol, Marilyn Monroe. She was a sex symbol.
She was a sex icon. Yeah.
And she was a bigger woman. So she was like, she did something for humanity there. She showed that being a bit bigger can be sexy. So that was like, she had a following because of that as well. People were like, wow.
That's true. That's true. And I just thought of another one because of this one. Lara Croft. I know she's fictional.
She's a sex icon. Yeah. Who's the actress who plays Lara Croft?
Well, Angelina Jolie did one, but
okay, good. So possible for YouTubers to be sex icons. Some people, Charlie, might describe our channel as better than sex.
Oh, wow. Well, their sex life might be rather rubbish if that's the case.
That's true. Well, I think that. There you go. Better than sex.
What, you think our channel is better than sex? There's so much wrong with that.
No, I don't.
I know, you're joking, I know. Yeah, so this phrase can be used to just show that you think something is really enjoyable, extremely enjoyable.
Okay. So for you, Charlie, what is better than sex in your life? Yeah, for someone who hasn't had sex in 5 years, there must be lots of things that are better than sex in your life.
What's better than sex? Going for a dog walk on the beach with your favorite human. How about that?
Who's your favorite human? Nathan from the gym?
No, not my personal trainer. My dear beloved Stacey. How about that?
Oh, that's cute. Okay, so that's better than sex. Is that
No,
what you,
that's
is that
not
what you
that's not
say?
how you would use it. I'm joking. I'm
Is
joking.
that what you
No,
say when you're
I
walking?
think people would use this when they're describing food. A lot of the times, if a girl tucks into a chocolate brownie or an ice cream or something sweet, they'll be like, "Oh, that's better than sex."
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's a very typical time when someone would say it. Yeah, and you wouldn't say if you were walking the dog with Stacey, you definitely wouldn't say it to her. This is better than sex, isn't it, love? Let's
No,
do this. Next time you're feeling horny, let's just go for a walk with the dog.
yeah, let's
Better.
not do doggy. Let's walk the dog.
Dogging. We'll save that for another episode. Tuck into, that was pretty good, Charlie. So just to eat enthusiastically with enjoyment. Oh, last night I tucked into a lovely lasagna.
Yeah, that is a good phrasal verb to tuck into something. Yeah. So I don't know if guys would use this that much because you wouldn't. I know it's stereotyping again, but you wouldn't sip a beer and you'd be like, "Oh, that's better than sex."
No,
It wouldn't work, would it? You'd
no.
sound a bit weird. I think because guys want to show off. Oh, I'm so good at sex. That kind of mentality.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't want to. You don't want to lose face regarding your sex life.
Mm, it's true. It's true. Yeah, you always want to give the impression that you're a very manly man and you engage in very manly activities like having sex. To lose face, Chai, that's a good expression. How would you define that one?
I was just Googling actually. I was thinking like to look bad, basically, but it's a little bit more complicated. Not complicated, but I would say like lose your dignity.
Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. So instead of losing face and admitting that he never has sex, he tells his friends that he has sex every day and that he's great at it. So he says it not to lose face.
Nice, nice. Yeah. Okay. So do you ever use this phrase though? Better than sex?
But as I said, I actually I don't, but I hear it. I hear it. If you ever
Yeah.
think something's amazing, really enjoyable, you can say it's better than sex. Maybe I
And
would. Maybe if I did, I've never done like a skydive, but I can imagine that getting down from that and saying, "Wow, that was better than sex," because that would be incredible, wouldn't it?
yeah, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you wouldn't lose face there.
No, no.
Would you lose face if you tucked into a full English breakfast and you put some brown sauce, not ketchup, some brown sauce, the real stuff, the real McCoy, HP brown sauce
Oh yeah.
on your plate, and then you tucked into that? That's better than sex. Would you sound weird as a guy saying that or not?
Actually, that's one time where I would say it because I really love brown sauce and I love a good fry up, a good full English breakfast. No, I would say that's cool. Yeah, oh God, that is better than sex.
I think you also use it in a sarcastic way, don't you? A bit slightly joking that it's not really, but it's so good.
Yeah, yeah. You're never really being serious unless you don't really like sex that much, which is
Yeah.
possible.
Mm. All right. I think we've talked that one to death or explained it to death. So let's go on to the last one before we hit the 40-minute mark. So if you're still here, congratulations. It clearly means that your sex life is rubbish because you could have had a lot of sex in the time of watching this video.
Charlie
But,
could have had sex 100 times in that time.
and what are you insinuating? What you like, eh? Anyway, so the last one, sex something up. Let's sex this up.
There you go. Yeah. So, really good expression. To sex something up means to make something more exciting more enjoyable, more interesting. So maybe you're making a lesson plan and you think, oh, let's do it about phrasal verbs with the word start. And then we think, no, that's boring. That's boring. Let's sex it up a bit and do it about sex. So it doesn't have to be about sex if you're sexing something up. You're just making it more interesting, more enjoyable, more captivating for your audience.
Yes, it's got a slight hint of sexualness, don't you think?
Sure.
Like, again, to go back to my marketing examples, if it was a marketing campaign and it was a bit dry, a bit dead, a bit boring, someone might come in and say, come on, we need to sex it up a bit. What does that mean? What does that entail?
Yeah, maybe you want to make it a bit more naughty. Maybe you want it to be a bit more daring, a bit more risque, maybe a bit more bawdy. I'm going to write these words down because I said that over time.
Good. So to be really talentless, the account manager might say, "Oh, we need to get some models in and take their tops off. That will boost the that will make it more sexy. We'll have sexed it up."
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it does have a kind of sexual connotation. Or maybe in your marketing campaign, you could do, or like a charity campaign, a fundraising campaign. I keep saying campaign. Maybe
Campaign.
you could campaign. You could do a calendar, a naked calendar. That's a good way to sex up your fundraising, isn't it?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's really good.
Maybe we could do that. Here are some nice words. So you could make your marketing campaign more suggestive. So it could be like hints, the idea of sex, not explicitly mentioning it, but just maybe showing a little bit of boob, for example. Risque, that's when you're using humor in a sexual way. Bawdy, exactly the same. So I was being bawdy. I was being funny, trying to be funny. In a sexual way or a sexual context, and daring, daring to say sexual things, a little bit sexual, a little bit naughty.
Very nice. Very nice. I was captivated there. So there we go. Those are at least eight phrases. We've got plenty more in the conversation. Hope you enjoyed the questions between the two of us and the casual conversation. It brings the language alive in our eyes. We hope that it helped you with the examples that came between us naturally. Thank you very much for participating in the chat. If you want to stick around, we're going to now focus on that chat and give you some feedback for those that participated. So thank you very much.
Yeah, well done, everyone. It's hilarious because all these phrases are about sex and they contain the word sex. They've all been censored. All the lots of the contents have been censored, which is quite funny. But let's read out the ones that we can. So M has said, all sex icons are gathering in Love Island, to be honest. LOL. So yeah, Love Island is a popular program here in the UK. It's, in my opinion, absolute rubbish. But people love it. Yeah, they gather people. I don't think they're celebrities on an island, and basically they copulate. They have sex on the island, and there's drama, and dates, and stuff like that. So I don't think we can call them sex icons because they're not famous. There's not enough people that consider them sexy. Would you say, Charlie?
Who considers what now? I was reading.
A sex icon can't be someone on Love Island unless it was Celebrity Love Island. They're not sex icons, are they? Because they're not.
I don't know though. Love Island is so popular.
Really? God, it's such a shame.
Well, before we get grumpy old Git completely bring the show down, I'll read this one from Remo. I think the guy with glasses practices same sex.
Oh, very good. Very good. So we can't actually use same sex like that, but good effort. You could say, I think the guy in glasses is attracted to the same sex, or will have a same sex marriage, or he's not interested in the opposite sex, but we can't say he will practice same sex. How would you say that? Like homosexual sex, gay sex? Say.
Yeah, I think the guy with glasses practices gay sex or practices safe sex, hopefully, with people of the same sex.
Very good. Yeah. So the guy in glasses, I assume you're not talking about me. Practice.
What? Yes.
Yeah. Well, yes, obviously he's talking about me, isn't he? He practices safe sex with the same sex. Very good. Very good example.
And then I got one from Ian. Some people don't mind talking about their sex life, but don't really talk about their love life, which I liked. That was a good comment.
Very good. That's very true, Ian. Very true. Please do tell us, how's your sex life? Or actually, how's your love life? Come on, let's stop talking about sex.
But what's the difference, Harry? Should we define that?
Yeah, love life's more general. It's like, are you happy in love? You know, are you seeing anybody? It's not talking exclusively about sex. It's like, how's your romantic life? Are you seeing anybody? Do you have a girlfriend? Are you enjoying single life? Tell me about that romantic side of your life, right?
Yeah, more emotional. And I suppose people are more interested in the physical things, or more comfortable talking about the shallow things rather than the deep and mysterious things that go on in our hearts.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Sometimes it can be hard. Kwan Nguyen Dong has said, can we say this channel is a bit sexed up after this video? I would say no, but we could say this channel has sex appeal. This channel has sex appeal.
This channel has sexed up a bit. Did you say that?
Yeah, has sexed up. Yeah. So we can't use it as a verb. It is sexed up. We could say it has sexed up a bit. That's really good. This channel has sexed up a bit. It's become more interesting and a bit more bawdy.
Yeah, yeah. Or they've got more spicy content.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. You got any more examples?
Speaking of sex change and sex identity, last week at G20, I guess Putin called transgender people transformers. Wow.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's not bad. I expected worse from Putin, to be honest. He's comparing them to the transformers that change from cars into big monsters.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think that's probably going to go down too well, but there we go. And then we've got a ton of different phrases with the word sex in that you guys can look at. We won't necessarily go into that because we're trying to be a little bit PG.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Someone said, is Harry a sex icon? No, I'm not a sex icon. Absolutely no chance. And then someone else said, you are a bad teacher. So thanks for that, Ilya. I assume that's not your student, Ilya. Oh no, it's not. Yeah.
No. Well, we can correct him like we did in those videos, correcting bad comments.
Yeah. So here, Ilyas, you are a bad teacher. Or you are bad teachers.
Yes, it depends whether you're singling one of us out or you're just attacking us generally. Yeah.
Yeah. I assume they're just attacking you, Charlie. So in which case,
Yeah.
you are a bad teacher, comma, Charlie.
Yeah, exactly. Good correction. I'm gonna end on a naughty note. Tasfulia. I don't know about you, but I have an accidental boner right now. Is that because of this dream? Is that somewhat creepy? Thanks very much. We should just say, it's real English here. A boner is an erection.
Yeah. Boner. I mean, creepy.
They're great collocations.
Yeah, creepy boner. Yeah, so if a person is creepy or if something is creepy, it makes you feel uncomfortable. Ugh.
Yeah, there you go. So we're almost hitting an hour. So thank you very much, everybody. We hope that you enjoyed it. We hope that you found it useful and mildly entertaining. But we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Harry.
Thank you, Charlie. This has been a bloody good laugh. Give it a like, guys. Share it on your social media. Join us on social media. We're on Instagram, Real English with Real Teachers. We're also on Facebook, and we post there to tell you when we are going live. But in general, it's every Wednesday at this time, about 9:30. Sometimes we're a bit late, but it tends to be that time. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you again soon for another video.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell to notify you of the next time that we are live. You can check out our website or watch another video. Ta-da!